Hey everyone, David here from Wargaming Parrot. I'm just chatting to Sophie, so we're going to be planning our chop, and I thought it might be useful to record it so you can see what we do when we're planning a chop and how to prepare it as well. It's just some of those little cool videos that might be nice to share with the community. So when we're planning our chops, Sophie does most of the work, I must admit. We tend to try to plan for 3 green vegetables, 3 other coloured vegetables to add a bit of variety and make it appealing, and then something else like my favourites, maybe a spice or a herb, and it makes it a complete chop and it makes it very good. You can also think about what these vegetables add vitamins and diet-wise when you're planning, so think carefully about what you actually want to give your bird and how beneficial it's going to be to them if they were to consume it. I thought it was quite informative, so we're just going to literally chat about what we want in the chop, and I'm going to film it, and then we're going to see what we end up with. So we've already sort of talked a little bit about, we want some peppers, don't we? And red peppers are really colourful, it's vitamin A. You love peppers, don't you, putting in the chop?
Yeah, it's great because a lot of parrots under human care are deficient in vitamin A, so it's really important to get at least one vegetable in your chop to be high in vitamin A, and it's Olive's favourite.
Olive loves chewing away at it. We could have some baby corn again because it's nice yellow in colour. It's quite easy to serve to them. You can serve it as little rings, or you can shred it, grate it, sorry. Sophie likes to grate it. What else would you like in there?
For the third kind of other coloured vegetable, probably a carrot.
Yeah, carrot's good. Carrot's nice and colourful. It's good for them. It's got lots of good vitamins in there.
Vitamin A, vitamin C.
Again, it's very nicely served when it's grated up, so it's easy for them to eat.
Green vegetables.
You like green beans, don't you? You like putting them in there, so put the green beans in.
No scampi.
And Scampy's out at the moment as well, and he's just playing in Sophie's hair.
He's helping.
He's helping out, going for his favourites. What else would you like in there? We could have a different coloured pepper as well. We could have a yellow or green one.
Yeah, but bear in mind that bell peppers, doesn't matter what colour they are, they're all the same.
The same, it's just for literally
so
the
you
colour.
can't just have different coloured vegetable peppers.
So we'll count that as one, yeah, even if we add both in there.
I'll see what I can get. Like some sort of leafy green, spinach maybe?
Yeah, spinach is always good. I like spinach.
There's definitely a myth online that spinach is bad for birds. It's not. I'll get David to leave a link to an article down below about what people say about spinach and how it's actually beneficial when fed in moderation.
There's one obvious one we've missed, definitely, haven't we? One we like to use a lot, and that's broccoli. We love putting broccoli in there, and that's nice. It's just very good. It's got the high in iron as well. Anything else?
It's high in calcium too, so that's always a...
Are we onto a herb, or do we want more?
Onto a herb.
So I love herbs, and there's so many herbs we could add. So what would you think? I like rosemary.
Yeah, let's go for rosemary.
Are we just gonna go for rosemary? Okay,
yeah.
You can also add oregano. That's really good as well.
They had that last week. So
okay, so we'll definitely go for rosemary.
Important to switch it up regularly.
So what I thought to film this bit, it's good to actually plan what you want in your chop and think about what you'd like to have in it, because we're discussing it. So even if Sophie's doing it and I'm not really too much involved, she'll ask me what sort of things we should get for them. And it's just good to have an idea before you get to the supermarket. So it's not just literally I'm just going to buy a bell pepper and then use some leftovers, because you want to feed your bird the best possible diet you can. So it's great to just get an idea of that before you actually start preparing it. In this video also, we are going to show us preparing it. I'm going to help out. Sophie does a lot of it. She started to make me help out a lot more, because normally I'd be like... normally I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to come in, I'm just going to chop a few bits and just shove the herbs in, but I'm going to be properly involved this time, so we'll show you a bit of that as well. So we've got our bits and pieces for the chop. Obviously we've got a nice bowl to present it in for you, but we're obviously going to put it in a sort of airtight container to keep it in the fridge. We've got a grater, got a knife, chopping board, and vegetable wise we've got our bell peppers, we've got our rosemary, got our green beans, our carrots. We've got some spinach, which we're also going to add to the chop. You don't put this in the chop, it's just we're showing it here because you add it on a daily basis for the birds. So you don't want to put it in your chop because it will probably make it go mushy, but at the same time it's great to add in on a daily basis. And we've got our baby corn as well, obviously. One other thing to mention is Sophie loves to prepare the chop fresh. She doesn't really freeze it. A lot of people do. That is something you can do, but if you do freeze, it does tend to get a bit mushy. So if you're willing to put in a little bit of extra effort, so it's worth preparing your chop on a weekly basis, just so they can always have it. You serve it daily, obviously. Sophie just corrected me because it made it sound like it would be just giving it to him not very often. Also, before I get started, don't forget to wash everything. It's always better safe than sorry. Make sure everything is peeled, washed, and prepared properly. So here's the finished chop, nicely presented. We're going to mix it all up and then shove it into a container where it can keep it nice and fresh. As you may have noticed, we haven't added the leaves. That is something we add whenever we give the chop to our birdies. So yeah, lots of nice chop here, and we're going to crack on. So here's our finished chop in its airtight container. So we're going to leave it in the fridge for a bit and then see what the birds think of it. We've given a chop to the birds, they seem to like it. Well, would hope so after we've taken so much effort to prepare it. I had to prepare it. Normally I just help Sophie and we do it together, but I did it all myself, so you can just see it in the video. So you can see my techniques aren't very good because my cooking skills are somewhat limited. I'm here with Pickles, just relaxing now. So I just wanted to mention something else. When we feed the chop, we normally give it in the morning, then we give them a little bit of seed and other bits in the afternoon. With the chop, we also give them a little bit of seed. Sophie just made a sort of healthy seed mix which we add to the chop. Normally we'd add some dried seeds and little bits just to mix it up a little bit for them so they've got some options. But it's very important if you're serving chop that you do provide a little bit of something else. Like seeds only supposed to be about 10 to 20% of their diet, so just providing a small pinch of seed on there may encourage them to eat the chop if they're hesitant, and also provides it with variety. I've already mentioned Sophie's seed mix and she actually made a video on the process, so I'll leave a card for that now. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. I hope this video was useful. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. And yeah, in the meantime, take care, have a great day.